Funny, I'm tougher than the rest.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about whiskeys you should gift your father. Please keep in mind, even if you're not going to take any of my recommendations seriously, if you are gifting your father something, don't gift him something he wouldn't buy for himself. Gift him something which he would want to buy for himself, but he doesn't have that inward generosity to buy for himself. So for example, if there's a $200 whiskey and he usually drinks a $40 whiskey, get him a $100 whiskey. Don't get him that $200 whiskey. You're just being an idiot if you're just spending money for the heck of it. So I have about 12 bottles today, which I want to show you. Sadly, there's only one whiskey I don't have with me, but that is the #1 whiskey you should gift your father, and that is the Glenfiddich 18. It's a single malt scotch. It has about 40% alcohol by volume. It's a 700 milliliter bottle, and it's available for around 8,000 Indian rupees or $100 US, between 80 and $100 US, depending where you live. Why should you gift that? I think it's overall probably the most balanced whiskey out there. And definitely your father will appreciate it, and he will keep it for a while, keep it going for a while. He'll have a couple of drams here and there. So definitely get the Glenfiddich 18. There is no pricing order in this. I'm just going to be random with my suggestions. Moving on to the bottles I have. The Glengrants 10. This is a very good, inexpensive option of a single malt whiskey which you can give to your dad. It's very inoffensive, it's fruity, it has good apricot notes, it has vanilla, orchard fruits, butterscotch. I think this is a delicious whiskey, which is, because it is inoffensive, it is very easily accessible for most palates, and yet it has something good looking about the bottle. Look, the presentation really matters. I always say that and nobody believes me. Presentation of the whiskey really matters. The Glenfiddich 18 looks brilliant, tastes brilliant. The Glengrant 10 looks very classy and elegant, and it tastes much the same. So highly recommend the Glengrants 10. This is about 2,500 to 3,000 rupees from Gurgaon. Buy this. This is the Kalila. This is an Islay, oily, tasty mouthful of a whiskey. This is definitely smoky, but it has that amazing aftertaste, and you will absolutely love this. This is made by a sister concern of Johnnie Walker. So, you know, Johnnie Walker doesn't mug about, you know. So Kalila is a single malt scotch from the Islay region. And this costs about 4,000 to 4,500 in India. And I'm not sure what it costs abroad. It has 43% alcohol. I think this is the most underrated whiskey. Your dad will love this, I guarantee you. Even if he doesn't like smoky whiskeys, take a chance at this. This is an Indian single malt, probably the best Indian single malt from our country. This is Amrut Fusion. I highly recommend this. This particular bottle has 44%, but I've heard some bottles have 43%, some bottles have 50%. So it doesn't matter. This is, I think, quite an assault on your taste buds. I think your father will appreciate it. This is a very masculine whiskey, and it really controls you versus you controlling the whiskey or trying to control your palate with the whiskey. This is the kind of whiskey that controls you. Just for the sake of it, some other whiskeys that control your palate versus you controlling them are whiskeys like, I want to say, Jim Beam and Jack Daniels. Not the best examples. I'm not asking you to buy those, but I just wanted to elucidate my elucidate my suggestion. So this is Amrut Fusion, 44% alcohol, about 4,000 rupees in India. Dude, just get this. Your dad will love this. Trust me. This is the most inexpensive whiskey on this list. This is an Italian whiskey. It's called Lucifer's Gold. This costs about 1,700 rupees. I have never come across such a good value for money whiskey in a long time, you know. Lucifer's Gold is an Italian whiskey, tastes very good, has a beautiful look. 1,700 rupees. This is a steel 40% alcohol, but don't let that fool you. This is a blended Scotch whiskey. This will rock your... Chivas 15 is our next pick, and of course we have some good whiskeys from the house of Chivas. We have the Chivas 18 and we have the Chivas 15. But if my father drank, I would give him the Chivas 15 because this is not good value for money. This costs about 6,000 rupees in Delhi and 5,000 rupees in Gurgaon. Not worth that. Whereas this costs about 3,300 in India. This is more worth it. And remember, in the beginning of the video, I said your father will appreciate you saving a buck. So do that. Don't try to be a hero and get your dad a 20,000 rupee whiskey. You'll just... No whiskey list is complete without a Laphroaig. And this is the Laphroaig quarter cask bottle. I love Laphroaig. Everything by Laphroaig I love. This is a smoky, medicinal, herbal whiskey. Your dad will love it. If possible, get him the Laphroaig 10, which costs... The next suggestion is probably going to be the best suggestion of this entire video. And you're going to thank me for this. This is the Ardbeg 10. Trust me. Trust me, you want to get your father this. I don't want to explain anything. I want you to believe me. Look into my eyes. Look into my soul. Yes, this is the daddy of all whiskeys for your daddy. Get this. I'm not going to tell you the price. It's not necessarily very generic in its taste. It's from the Islay region. It is very different. It is a bit like an old man. So get this whiskey for your old man. This is the kilchoman Islay single malt Makir Bay. This costs about 3,800 or 4,200 rupees in Gurgaon. Absolute steal. Such a beautiful looking bottle. Such a beautiful classic looking presentation. Looks so good. Tastes very on point. Don't expect your father to be like, oh my God, this is such an amazing whiskey. He will appreciate your patience in life if you gift him this whiskey. This bottle is so heavy, man. Yep, that's right. Johnnie Walker 18. Highly recommended whiskey for your dad because it's very classic, it's very subtle, it's very not subtle, it's very amazing. It's a mouthful of a whiskey, it's a complete expression. Johnnie Walker 18, one of the most underrated, overlooked whiskeys out there. Now this might end up costing you 10,000 rupees, but still get it. It's your dad, man, one life. You don't want to spend 20,000 bucks and get him a bad blue label. So get your dad a Johnnie Walker 18, and this is 2 times the value at half the price. For the day, this Sunday, it's Dewars 8. This is the Japanese version. There are 2 versions that come of this, so please be mindful. This is the Mizunara oak cask. Mizunara is a type of wooden tree in Japan. This is the most amazing whiskey I've tried in a long time. This is 2,600 bucks, 2,500 bucks from Delhi, maybe 1,700 bucks in Gurgaon. Get your dad Dewars 8. Trust me, if your dad is a pragmatic guy, he will appreciate this. But definitely, I hope you enjoyed this list. We named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 whiskeys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this list. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. Let me know what your best selection from my whiskeys is. Many of you will say I didn't include some whiskey and I forgot this or that. So I'm ready for that smoke. Peace out.